Pasuk says, "Vayaviu es hamishkan al Moshe ha'soel v'eskol kelev." They brought the Mishkan to Moshe. It's in Parshas Pikudei. We're talking about when they brought the complete Mishkan to Moshe. Medrash has a strange story on this pasuk. Medrash says, Rabbi Avo, when he was at the end of his life, he was ready to die. He said that I see my reward that I'm getting in the next world. I see my Gan Eden. And I'm very surprised because I was worried. I worked my whole life and maybe there's actually no reward for everything that I was doing. Baruch Hashem, I see that I'm getting my reward. What kind of Rabbi Avo who really thought that his whole life he's working, he's doing mitzvahs, learning Torah, and he's not going to get reward for that? And also, why is this connected to this pasuk? The Medrash is on this pasuk. They brought the Mishkan to Moshe. Rav Shlomo Breuer says that why does it say that they brought the Mishkan to Moshe? The Medrash says, we know, the famous Medrash, that they brought the krushim, the boards, the beams that the Mishkan was made out of were very tall. They were 20 amas tall. And they tried to put them together and it didn't work. Regular people cannot hold 20 amma beams and start attaching them together. It's a very, very big job. And they're too big and they're too heavy to be done by people. Even if you have a whole group of people, you have a whole team. But they weren't able to do it. They picked one up and they put the other one next to it, and they put the third one, the first one fell down. Everything was going haywire. They weren't able to do it. And they came to Moshe and they said, we tried. We did whatever we could. Here are the krushim. Build the Mishkan. We can't do it. And Moshe said, don't worry, I'll build it. Moshe was very tall, he was very strong, and he put the Mishkan together. So why does it say, Vayiviu Mishkan al Moshe? Asks the Medrash. So why does it say that they brought the Mishkan? They didn't bring the Mishkan, they brought the krushim. Moshe put the krushim together and built the Mishkan. Says Rav Breuer, Judaism is deed-oriented. A person can't say, I believe in God in my heart, I believe that there is a God, but all right, that doesn't mean that I have to keep Shabbos, doesn't mean I have to give it. No, you have to do what Hashem says to do. You can't just believe in God in your heart. You have to actually do. We're deed-oriented. But, says Rav Breuer, if a person does whatever he's supposed to do, halacha says, Gemara says, a person was trying to do a mitzvah and he was nenas. He wasn't his fault. It just didn't work out. An accident happened and he wasn't able to do it. Hashem says, I consider that you did the mitzvah. That's what it means over here. They brought the Mishkan to Moshe. Hashem says, you tried, you did what you were supposed to do, you did the maximum. I'm going to write in the Torah that you brought the Mishkan, not you brought the beams, because in my eyes, you did the mitzvah. You did what you were supposed to do. A friend from Baltimore says that this is the connection between this pasuk and the story of Rabbi Avo. Rabbi Avo, of course, knew that he was getting schar for all the mitzvahs that he did. But maybe for all the times that he was trying to do the mitzvah and it didn't work out, maybe he's not going to get the schar. When he saw his Gan Eden, he saw that he was getting schar for everything. Then he realized that he was getting schar even for those moments when he tried to do it and it didn't work out. Now, many years ago, there was the very unique opportunity to say Birchas HaChama. It happens in Nisan, it happens once 4 times in a century. It's very, very rare. When it happened, the last time I remember, my father should be well, in Toronto, they tried to say the Birchas HaChama in the morning, and it was snowing. There was no sun. They couldn't say it. You have to see the sun in order to say it. It was completely cloudy, and there was even snow. Everybody was very depressed. And my father brought the community into the shul, into Jep, and he said, the famous story that happened with our Rosh Hashiva, Rav Chaim Stein, Zecher Tzaddik Livrocha, on the train. It was Hanukkah, and he was traveling during the war in Siberia, and they didn't have candles to light the candles of Hanukkah. For a few nights they had it, and one night they didn't have the candles, and they were very depressed about it. And they sat down and they started discussing halachas of Hanukkah and the Torah of Hanukkah. And then in the middle of the night, a person unexpectedly walked into their train car and said, if you want, I have candles to sell. Do you want to buy candles? And my Rosh Hashiva used to say always, no, it was a nes, it was Eliyahu Navi. That I don't know. But I do know that when a person really, really, really wants to do a mitzvah, Hashem makes it work out. When a person really, the most important thing that Hashem wants is to show that you did your maximum. Whatever you could, you did. So my father said, this is what we have to do right now. Our avodah is to show that we really wanted to do the mitzvah. Baruch Hashem, as we know, those who were in Toronto that year, so the sun did come out eventually. They were able to do the Birchas HaChama. Now we're entering Chodesh Nisan. It's Parshas HaChodesh we're reading this week. It's the beginning. It's the Shabbos Mevarchim. Tomorrow, Sunday right after Shabbos is Rosh Chodesh Nisan. It's a month of doing. We have to clean our houses. We have to get rid of our chometz. We have to prepare our matzahs. The whole Yom Tov of Pesach is one long Yom Tov of doing things, doing different mitzvahs. And what we have to keep in mind is, of course, we have to do everything that Hashem says we have to do. We also have to realize that the most important thing is to show Hashem that we want to do, that we're ready to do, and we're prepared to do. And what happens, the results, and does it actually work out? That's up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But our job is to show that we're ready and we're prepared to do our maximum to fulfill all the mitzvahs of Hashem. Good Shabbos and a good Chodesh. Please don't forget to subscribe. You'll get the video every week by subscribing. Put a like. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos.